Hi everyone, welcome in Dental Zone. Today I am discussing about which dental anomaly may be associated with abnormal bony defect. And the answer is type 1 dentinogenesis imperfecta associated with osteogenesis imperfecta. Here, in this condition, this is sealed type 1 dentinogenesis imperfecta. In this condition, it is associated with osteogenesis imperfecta, where the dentinal defect associated with the bony defect. We come on the topic what is dentinogenesis imperfecta. Dentinogenesis imperfecta is an autosomal dominant condition it affecting both deciduous teeth as well as the permanent teeth. Both dentition is affected. So now we come what is autosomal dominant condition. In this disease, it means a single copy of the disease associated mutation is enough to cause the disease. Whereas, in contrast to a recessive disorder where two copies of the mutation are needed to cause the disease. Now, we come over the part of classification. According to sealed classification, type 1 dentinogenesis imperfecta, it is associated with osteogenesis imperfecta, whereas in type 2 it is not associated with osteogenesis imperfecta, it is not associated. And in type 3, according to sealed, it is a Brandywine type. Now, there is a revised classification. According to this, dentinogenesis imperfecta 1, that is similar to sealed type 2 classification, and dentinogenesis imperfecta 2, it is similar to sealed type 3. And in this revised classification, there is no substitute in the present classification for the category designated as dentinogenesis imperfecta type 1 of the previous classification seals. According to Victop classification, dentinogenesis imperfecta, hereditary Opelsen dentine, and Brandywine isolate, these three are come under Victop classification. Now we come over the part of etiology. What is the etiology behind the dentinogenesis imperfecta? We all know that the dentine is made from the composition 70% mineral, 20% organic matrix, and 10% water. So in mature dentine, these composition is present, and about 85 to 90% of the organic matrix they produce type 1 collagen, and this type 1 collagen production is done by two type of gene involved, that is call 1A1 and call 1A2. This gene is involved in production of type 1 collagen. So, genetic studies shows that the dental alterations are related to mutation in COL1A1 and COL1A2 in sealed type 1 dentinogenesis imperfecta. These two genes mutated in and the disease progress. This is all about the collagenous production of the COL1A1 and COL1A2 gene, and these mutation leads to the sealed type 1. Now we come over what is the etiology of sealed type 2, means there is only dental anomaly and no systemic disorder involved here, no systemic disorder. And what is the reason behind that? The most abundant non-collagenous protein in dentine are derived from dentine sialophosphoprotein, and this dentine sialophosphoprotein is located on gene map locus 4q21.3, and when this gene is get mutated and leads to the production of abnormally soft dentine. Now we come over the part of clinical feature of sealed type 1 dentinogenesis imperfecta which is associated with osteogenesis imperfecta. The teeth are yellow brown discolored and this is shining through the translucent weak enamel. We can appreciate here the translucent enamel. It affects both primary as well as permanent dentition, and there is verminial skull defect is also seen in sealed type 1, and the blue sclera is also seen in sealed type 1 classification. In this classification, osteogenesis imperfecta is involved and that feature is also observed, that is verminian skull defect and the blue sclera. Now we come over the dentinogenesis imperfecta type 2 or sealed type 2 classification. Only dentinal defect is seen here, no systemic disorder is involved here. Now the incidence rate of this disease is 1 in 6,000 to 8,000 people, and the affected teeth are gray to yellow brown and have broad crowns with constriction of the cervical area and resulting in a tulip shape, means the crown is broader and it appears like a tulip flower shape. Dentition have a blue to brown discoloration, often with a distinct translucency. The teeth erupt normally in the oral cavity, but the enamel chips out in 2 to 4 years. This phenomenon is most likely to attributed to a defect at the junction of enamel and dentine, and once the enamel is chipped out, the dentine become exposed and it demonstrates significantly accelerated adhesion. Now here we can appreciate the adhesion. In ground section of the teeth, we can observe in normal condition there is scalloping, but in case of dentinogenesis imperfecta there is a loss of scalloping. We can observe here there is no scalloping present between dentino enamel junction. That's why the enamel gets weaker bond with the dentine and they easily chip out. There is overproduction of the defective dentine and pulp obliteration is also seen in ground section. This is well observed in this ground section, and there is dentinal tubule obliteration is also present. Now we can come over the part of radiographic examination of type 1 and type 2 dentinogenesis imperfecta. We can observe the bulbous crown. This is the bulbous crown, and we can also observe the cervical constriction is there also. Now we come over the part of dentinogenesis imperfecta type 3 or sealed type 3. Here the appearance of a tooth is cell teeth appearance. Cell teeth appearance of a tooth. In the cell tooth appearance, it demonstrates normal thickness of the enamel in association with extremely thin dentine. That's why the pulp is dramatically enlarged here. These teeth frequently exhibit multiple pulp exposure and associated with periapical pathology. Here in the radiograph, we can observe the very thin dentine and dramatically enlarged pulp are visible in this radiograph. Now we come over the part of chemical and physical feature that get changed in the dentinogenesis imperfecta. The water content is greatly increased as much as the normal. It is 60% increased in case of dentinogenesis imperfecta, and the inorganic content is decreased as compared to normal dentine, and the density and hardness of the dentine is low. This is the one of the explanation for the rapid wear of the dentine once it get exposed. Now we come over the part of the treatment in dentinogenesis imperfecta. First ascertain which type of disease he or she dealing with. Severe cases where there is significant enamel fracturing and rapid dental wear, the treatment of choice is full coverage crown. Whereas in dentinogenesis imperfecta type 3 with thin root are not good case for full coverage crown because of cervical fracture. So early diagnosis gives better prognosis. Thank you very much. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.